Hi there everybody, and welcome to another video. In today's video I have this Audi A4. This is a 2011 an Avant version, and I'm just going to show you how you can access the bulbs in here. So you have one bulb for the main beam and the deep beam, and we have in this version we have the LEDs here which act as the side lights. So if your side lights blow on one of these, you have to change the headlight. But since they're LEDs, they kind of last a long time. But the main bulbs here, so are the indicator bulb, the orange one in there, and the bulb in here, which is the one that we use for driving, which is the deep beam, the main beam. So these two here, that is the one we use for driving. And then if you're going in very dark areas, B roads or something, sometimes we use that light. But normally you blind everyone coming in front of you if you use that. So anyway, that bulb, we can access it in the following way. Now in this case scenario, we need to remove the headlight to actually access those bulbs. And the way we are going to access this headlight, or we're going to remove this headlight, is basically first we need to remove these Torx screws. We have 1, 2, 3 and 4 of them, because you want to gain access to just under this section here. So not difficult. These are T30 Torx. So I've already removed all 4 of them, and then you can lift this cover and slide it out, hopefully. There. Let's put it to one side. Now with another T30, with the same T30 Torx, you can release this screw here. You don't need to take it out, just open it and remove this one here. You have to remove that one. Put it to one side, don't lose it. You might need, if you are going to tackle this, you might need a magnet in case you drop one of the bolts down there. And also you might need a hook, some kind of hook, because sometimes when you try to fit this back, it doesn't fit in one of the bolts down here. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. So basically, once you remove that, you loosen that, then we have another 2 T30s we just want to loosen as well. So that one there, you can access it from up here, and then there's another one there. Again, you just need to loosen them, open them a bit. You don't have to remove them, you can leave them there. And once those are out, we also want to disconnect the cable that is connected to this headlight. So we have that little clip there. If you twist it a little bit, you'll be able to pull this out. So try not to break that little clip. You just need to twist it, and when it twists, it sort of opens the clip on this end, and that disconnects that. So with that out of the way, then you can wiggle this headlight out of here. Let's try to get this out. Right, so not that hard, not the end of the world. These are the screws, that one there, and that one there. So I left this one really high because when I was doing this earlier, I was struggling to fit. When you push the headlight back in, this goes down like this, and so you need to make sure it lines in properly in here, but you still may struggle a little bit to get this where you want it, which is why I use this little hook here, so I can pull this up and get this, well, get the little mounting part of the headlight, that bit, to go into the where it belongs. Otherwise it's pushing against the screw and you can't quite fit it. Anyway, those are the perks of the job. There's always something. Now, having done that, if we look back here, so the main bulb will be here. If you turn that anti-clockwise, you can remove that cover, and that's where the bulb is. And that bulb is a Philips Zen Eco Star. It says, to avoid personal injury from electric shock, do not probe or remove cover, no serviceable components. I have changed these bulbs before, but obviously just make sure it's disconnected, so there's no electricity going through in here. You can then put this bulb anti-clockwise and it will come out. So I'm just being careful because mine is actually still working. So that's the bulb there, and what you would need to do is just disconnect this silver part here. Okay, so here's the bulb. We basically disconnect that, get a new bulb and reconnect that, and then to put it back in there, same way it came out, get it in there, slight angle, and twist, and that should lock into place. There we are. And then we put this cover. That's it. And then we have the indicator bulb. So to access that indicator bulb, we want to remove this little cover here. So again, I've undone this. There's 4 little Torx screws there, and they are T20s. So I removed all 4. I just left one in there to hold the cover. Also I removed this one here. There's 3 of them. Get this cover out a little bit. I just want to show you, if possible, from the side here, the actual indicator bulb is sitting right inside of here, and you might be able to see it on this end. You might be able to see my hand, which is there, and I'm just holding the indicator bulb. It's all a little bit fiddly, but it's there. And what you want to do is twist. So anti-clockwise. And okay, just got the camera on, sorry, I got the light on the camera so we can actually see the bulb. So that's the bulb, anti-clockwise, and it comes out. And then we'll get it out this end. And that is our indicator bulb. Phillips. I think that might be part number there, sort of. M012QF. But then you just get your new one in there, plug it in, and again it's a bit of a fiddle to be honest, but you need to get it in here. And if I can just show you there, you have to sort of line it up. So it's got to line up properly, otherwise you won't be able to secure it. There. Once it's sitting flat like that, you can turn it and it clicks into position. So that's where it is. Open, close. And now we can just refit everything back. And so those are the only bulbs you can actually tackle in there. The side light bulbs are LEDs, so you can't really touch them. Okay, now we finish. So now we're ready to refit the headlight back. And also you might find this bit actually goes on the side here. It just goes on the side of the light here. You may notice it comes out, so just fit it back in there. It's a bit of rubber there, just preventing water or whatnot going in there. And so now we have the fun of fitting this back. So let's see if I can entertain you. It shouldn't be too bad, to be honest. Okay, just trying to line up those two there, and so we can get this back in. Okay, so those have actually gone in quite nicely. That's in there, that's in there. So we're pretty much good to go. All we need to do now is make sure it's sitting properly. Make sure this little bit of rubber here on the side is actually sitting properly, so your headlight is sitting nicely in place. And now we can go ahead and just refit all our screws. You see me using a ratchet here, just don't over tighten the screw. So before we refit everything back, not there is much to fit now, just that cover there. Just want to make sure the lights are working. Okay, so I got the low beam, high beam working fine, and just want to check the LEDs are working fine, and last but not least, our indicator. So happy days. I think from here on it goes without saying, probably the easiest part of all of this is refitting that, which is not really difficult. Just need to make sure these bits sitting under there. Just like that, and then put your 4 screws. So I hope the video helps. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. So thank you for watching.